All right, so we got our picks in. Bergie's best bet is done. Now it's time to move on to some Olympics. Now, remember when we did the summer ones, we learned about some sports. So this week, we learned about curling. We learned curling, baby.
Learning curling.
All right, so
I still don't know how this sport works.
God, that sounded so weird.
From what I gather, it's basically shuffleboard.
It is.
Yes.
Shuffleboard on ice.
But a little bit more complex. So you got the blue ring, you got the white ring, you got the red ring, and then you got the white, it's
bullseye.
called the button.
The button, yes.
The button, the bullseye.
I got a little bit of insight onto what those things are called. So the entire circle itself that includes both blue, red, and white rings, that is called the house.
The house.
The house. And you want to get inside the button, which is inside the house. That is the small white circle in the middle, or
at
the
least
bullseye.
close to it, right?
You want to get as close to the button as possible. Now, each team gets about, if I remember correctly, it's about
You get 10 in
throws?
men and women's doubles, but 8 in
those are the rounds.
Mixed.
The rounds. They're called ends. There's 8 ends in mixed.
Oh yeah, and you throw 8 rocks.
You throw
each
8
round.
rocks. Yes, correct. That's the number I was looking for. You throw 8 rocks, and you have 8 throws to get as many rocks inside the button as you can. Now, there's some strategy that goes into it because you want to leave some rocks out on the perimeter so you can protect the rocks that you already have inside the button. That is called jamming. Learn that. Pick that one up from. Thank you, CNBC broadcasters. You let me learn a little thing. You want to jam your opponent early while you stockpile rocks on the button.
Wait, okay, so you want to put rocks on the outside first.
Correct.
You want to build
So
your
you
house
want to have it.
first.
So you want to have the rocks on the blue ring first, and then you want to start putting them into the red.
Typically, most people will go 1 rock into the button, and then you will pile up into the blue blue circle on the house to build up a wall.
And then what? You're trying to curve around your own wall? You're trying to curve around your own wall to the
So
button?
you get it into the button first. He said so. Your first rock should go. You try to get into the button.
Right.
Then your second rock, you're gonna try to get a.
That's when you start your insurance / protection plan.
You're playing defense there.
You're playing
some
defense.
D.
You got to protect
Exactly.
the rock in the button.
So just to clarify something. So if say at the end of the end, like that sounds
Heard
so
that.
weird.
End
But
of
when
the
the
end.
when the end's
Also known
over,
as the end.
let's say we got a red team and a blue team, or a red team, or I don't know. Fuck, dude. What are different colors? A green team and a yellow
It's
team.
usually red and yellow.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go green and yellow so
Okay.
we don't get confused with red and. All right. So
All
you
right.
got green and yellow. So you got a green rock and a yellow rock in the red circle. Mm-hmm. And they're like equidistant from the button
Correct.
when the end is over. So does each team get a point?
That I am unsure of. I do know whoever is closest to the button, and they will measure this down to like the nearest 100th of an inch. Whoever is closest to the button will be awarded the point.
Okay. So only one team gets a point
Correct.
when the end is over?
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
And there are like in hockey, there are power plays.
Really?
Yes. So that
How do
means
you get a penalty?
there's no penalties. It's a power play. It's like we want to use our power play.
You just get to walk up and drop the rock?
No. So basically, from what I'm understanding, a power play is you get to throw and set up 2 rocks first.
Oh, so you get to
Yes.
go a little back-to-back ski.
Yes.
So how does one obtain
So
a power
each
play?
team gets a power play, I do believe, and you can use it at any time
So
you
it's like
want.
an
so you get to
intentional-
choose.
Yeah.
It's like an
Yes.
intentional walk in baseball kind of.
Yeah.
You just get one. Is it you only get one in baseball, one intentional walk game, or am I remembering? I might be remembering that totally wrong. But
I don't
Sorry,
I
didn't
don't
mean to go down that
remember.
path.
I don't remember there being an intentional walk.
All right, never mind.
Well,
So
Anyway.
let's compare it to this. You get like a finite number of timeouts.
yeah.
Yes.
You get to use it whenever, but you got to use them at the right time.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Does it? So you get one for the entire game? Mm-hmm. Because they said it's 10 ends for
Right.
the men's and women's doubles, and then the mixed doubles is 8 ends.
Right.
So you get one power play for those whole. Okay.
One power play.
And the rocks weigh a fuck ton.
45 pounds apiece.
45.
That is a lot of weight. That,
It's,
that-
it's-
it doesn't look. You know, when you really think about it, like what they're doing, like
Mm-hmm.
to just be kind of sliding it. And just for whatever reason, when you're looking at it, it doesn't look like it would be 45 pounds at their.
It's not.
sliding.
It's solid granite with a handle on it.
Polished.
Polished. I also is that where it was derived from? The rocks themselves come from Scotland.
All right. That's
Scotland?
actually cool,
You just
man.
know
We're
that?
learning so much about curling.
Learning so
You
much.
just know that?
Here's a fun curling fact for all our hockey fans out there. I know we see for those of you who have played travel hockey or have seen a curling house on an ice rink. They're typically not supposed to be played on the same ice as hockey and figure skating because it needs to be as smooth as possible. And those rocks that you see them curling are left out on the ice so they may freeze 72 to 48 hours before each end.
That's kind of like
I learned that the curling ice is not smooth.
Pebbler. Oh, yes. They throw
Like water droplets on the ice.
So
and then you got to sweep to kind of make it go the way you want it to go.
yeah, there we go.
So it's
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So it's not necessarily a
hockey
smooth
and figure
surface.
skating's supposed to be smooth.
Yeah.
But curling, you're not.
Yeah,
it's
because
not supposed to be smooth.
they're adding an element to the
So,
game in a
exactly.
way. Yeah.
So people get out there with I don't know if anybody's weeded their gardens before, but the little Roundup canister, and then you spray it everywhere. That's basically what they do.
So they do like the reverse of a Zamboni. They
Yes.
make it more rough to start the game.
Yes,
And then they use their they don't call it a broom.
they call it brooms.
Oh, they call it brooms
Yeah.
to smooth out the surface to carve the path
it
for
doesn't.
the rock.
It doesn't necessarily smooth it. It just kind of like They said manipulates it.
It
Yes.
just it does something to the molecules in the ice. It just gives
So
friction or
it
something.
does.
That's why it's so close to the rock. So like the next path it takes, it kind of
Okay, because you see the guys in there. Say it.
Look, that's kind of an example of how does it go again? Can you show them? Like that's kind of how it goes across the
Okay.
ice, and then when they sweep
Yeah.
it kind of like gets it back on track.
You'll hear them yelling. You'll hear them. Whenever they want more sweeps, and then
Yep.
you'll hear them. Wow!
Pull back! Whoa!
Or you'll hear this one every once in a while. They have some of these people who curl. Like I got to watch a match last night.
Pure electricity.
You
I'm
can
sure.
curve these fucking 45-pound rocks, by the way, and people just yell, "Curl! Curl! Curl! Whoa! Hard! Hard!" Love curling. And the crazy thing about everything is because with COVID going on, there's not really a lot of fans in the arena, so you can hear every other team yelling at the same time your team is yelling. So you really have to be aware of who's talking because the Italians could be playing the finish on the next rink over, and they might be yelling, "Hey, what? Hey!"
No, I feel like they got code words, dude.
The Italians got to be yelling. Like if you're from a foreign country, you got to be yelling at your teammates in your own language, right? Yeah,
I don't know why you'd be yelling at them in any other language than your own language.
I mean, but it's boring. It's boring when the Americans and the Canadians play because everybody's like, "Yeah, okay, hard, yeah, whoa."
What's
curl?
What's go in Italian?
I don't know what's hard.
Vite. It's gonna be something close to Vite.
Vite. This is not Cajun
Hard.
French, son.
I know that.
Oh, there's two versions of hard. There's a feminine and a masculine. in
We need the
Italian.
masculine. Can I have the
Is there
masculine?
any reason why English doesn't do feminine and masculine
because-
versus all the other languages?
I'm gonna explain it to you like one of my old high school English
Duro
teachers explained
is
to
hard.
me.
It's hard in Italian.
What is it?
According to Google Translate? Duro.
Doodle.
Listen.
The
Listen,
English
listen,
language-
Listen.
Okay.
the English language what?
The English language is 3 other languages disguised in a trench coat.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have feminine and
I
masculine.
always wondered that because French,
Because-
Spanish,
yeah,
everything has
they're
feminine
all
and masculine.
they're all Latin derived, which has a feminine and masculine. English is a mashup of like 8 different languages.
You listeners are learning a lot today.
Yeah, this is a very
so much,
knowledge based
man.
evidence.
Just, hey, head
episode.
up, eyes open, just ears listening,
Ears listening, man. Learning, taking notes.
taking notes.
First listener to send us a 500-word essay on what we learned today in curling gets a koozie.
It'll probably be my mom.
Oh shit. What was I gonna say? It was something about curling, man. Pure electricity. I'm just gonna say that.
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
like
it's-
when they get it, when they're close games, bro, that shit gets
So-
hot.
Once again, cerebral assassins.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
it's,
bro.
it's basically
When
chess
you
on
see-
ice.
When you see that guy or that lady,
Line up the
up.
shot, bro.
when she's sliding on that one knee, and she's just, and she
Oh,
just
yeah.
lets that thing go. And
How
it's just,
fun is it? Like, how fun does it have to be to slide off the little like?
I don't know.
Part?
It looks harder.
It is
I
way
feel like
harder than
I'm
it
about
looks.
to say. It looks harder than it looks.
Yeah, you gotta be.
If
You gotta
that
be
makes
grown.
sense.
Yeah, it's way harder than it looks.
Like I feel like it would require a lot of
very precision force to push you off
Yes.
those blocks. Because if you
Yes.
just fire off those things, you might be that foot might come sliding out
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
underneath
man, you gotta, yeah, like you
What kind
said,
of
like you gotta like.
What kind of shoes do
Just
they wear?
push a
Speaking to
little.
that.
I
have
also got a
specific
little
curling shoes?
No.
I'm
So
sure.
there's one shoe that you wear that has it's like a little piece
slide.
of plastic on the toe of it that allows you to slide around.
Okay, so then the other shoe just has grip.
It's just shoe.
Yeah, because you only need one. Because you'll notice them pushing kind of like one foot's lower than the like one. They'll have one foot down, the other foot's kind of up pushing. Yeah, that makes sense.
When you're watching them sweep next time, only one leg will push.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like only one. Like you can tell like one leg's doing the pushing and the other one. Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, we need to get into curling, man. This looks fun. Yeah, it's like a little
I
piece of
think
like
curling-
Teflon on the bottom.
Honestly, might be my sport. If there was a sport that I
Low
was playing-
impact.
Bro, we could like we have a 3-man team right here.
low impact. Low, it works for the asthma.
It does. Very good on the lungs.
Said, could we actually train to be Olympic curling athletes?
Dude, the American
can't be-
team is really good.
I don't think they're better than us if we put our
Bro, if we put our mind to
Yeah.
it, dog,
I don't
and
think
we'd
they're
be
better than
pure electricity in interviews.
Hey, head up, eyes open. That's all.
Okay, look, head up, eyes open. I'm a realist. We're probably not going to beat them, but we could qualify. We could qualify to make the Olympic qualifier.
That's
That's all we need.
That's all
That's
we're
all we
asking
want,
for.
yeah.
We just need a window, man.
Let's
Let's
just
do that. Can
give
we
us an
start training?
opportunity.
How do we start training for curling?
We need to go to some place that we could actually start curling on.
We can't like build it somewhere.
No,
We couldn't like build it in the backyard.
no.
Probably not.
I mean, we live in
Probably not.
Southwest Louisiana. Humidity's always at a constant million.
All right, just shit on my dreams, Jimmy.
We could go to Houston and do it. They have some rinks in Houston to have it.
Ooh, let's do that then. You in, Bergie?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, bro. We'll start planning it out after the show.
Okay.